It's the Tim Constantine Show.
The big issue this week, the big issue is gay marriage. They have Proposition 8 from California, argued yesterday before the Supreme Court, and today, the Defense of Marriage Act, which recognizes federally one man and one woman being required for something to be a marriage. Now, the gay rights activists have spent a great deal of time this week talking about their civil rights, and many of them have gone ahead and made the comparison to the struggles that African Americans, that black America had to get their civil rights. I have trouble seeing some of the parallels, but I have a gentleman online who lived through some of the struggles of the civil rights era. He is the chairman of the Coalition of African American Pastors. He's been with us before, our good friend, Reverend Billy Owens. Reverend, hi there. How are you?
Fine. How are you today? Thank you for having me.
Thanks very much for being here. Now, when you hear the gay activist community comparing their struggle to the struggle of black Americans for equality, what's your reaction to that?
My reaction is they are abusing our situation. First of all, let's go prior to the civil rights movement. Do they have a clue what black people suffered? Do they have a clue what we went through? They must not. There is absolutely no comparison. They can sit anywhere on the bus. They have some of the best jobs. They have some of the best lifestyles. When we were marginalized to not being human, and the way we were treated in America was a disgrace. And for them to compare their situation with the civil rights movement, it tells me they don't even understand what happened prior to the civil rights movement. The civil rights movement helped to change a lot of things, but they should go to prior to the civil rights movement and see how blacks were treated in America.
It is an entirely different situation, at least in my mind. And I'm talking to you, and I saw your comments yesterday, and I thought, gosh, we have got to get Billy on the show, because it just, to me, it is so crystal clear that they're doing one of two things. Either they're ignorant of the facts, either they don't know, or they're intentionally trying to use something that is not a parallel situation, but they're trying to use it to their political advantage.
I think they do know, really, but they're trying to use it as to their political advantage. It does not compare with the civil rights movement. We wanted jobs. Look, when I finished high school, there was only one state school in the state of Tennessee that I could go to, and that was Tennessee State University, and that's why I went. Only white, Chinese, other people could go to the state schools, but blacks could not. Where are they marginalized? They have some of the best jobs. They have great lifestyles. We were so poor, the poor people called us poor because we did hard labor and was paid very poorly. So there is absolutely no comparison. They have tried to hijack the civil rights movement for their advantage.
Yeah, what bothers me, I think, the most about this is if you do not agree with the gay agenda, you are labeled somehow as full of hate, full of intolerance, and I don't think that's true. The analogy I always use is Jesus embraced the tax collector. Jesus embraced prostitutes. It wasn't that he was embracing their behavior. He loved everyone, but it didn't mean he approved their behavior. We don't hate anybody here. I just don't agree with the behavior.
We don't hate anybody. We've had homosexuals around us since time. And I've been around, and some of my friends are homosexual, but I surely don't endorse homosexual marriage. But we're doing all we can to let the Supreme Court justices know and let America know we stand for marriage. We're not bigots. As a matter of fact, they had a tendency to call the whites against homosexual marriage bigots. I said, well, call me a bigot. I'm black. Call me one. I haven't been successful in getting them to call me a bigot, but I said, call me a bigot, because I stand with them.
When we get the decision on this, there's two things I want to talk about. One, the decision itself, but two, the long-term impact. You know, I worry about what are the impact going to be on children, what will the impact be on society, what will all the unintended consequences be, and maybe you and I can sort that out when the decision comes down.
Right. Call me anytime. I'm happy to speak with you at any time.
Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure.
Thank you you for having me. Have a good day.
All right, you too. The Reverend Billy Owens, he is the chairman of the Coalition of African American Pastors, calling it like he sees it.
It's the Tim Constantine Show.